Women often do this when they want to sleep with you. Have you ever felt like a woman was trying to say something without actually saying it? You see the glance, the touch, the laugh that lingers, and you wonder, is that a signal, or am I imagining it? Here's the secret. When a woman truly desires a man, she rarely tells him in words. She shows him, in ways only those who know how to look can understand. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong, where we trade illusions for truth, where emotions are felt but not obeyed, where clarity is power and discipline is freedom. This is not just a channel. It's a mindset. It's a journey of conscious living. Let's begin. The night she didn't say yes, but didn't have to. James wasn't the kind of man who talked too much. He didn't need to. He believed in the quiet power of paying attention, observing rather than reacting, listening instead of interrupting, feeling deeply rather than assuming. For weeks, he'd shared small, tender moments with Eliza. Not dates, just time. Slow conversations, lingering glances, pauses that said more than words ever could. Then came a quiet evening, the kind that doesn't announce its importance until later. They were on a softly lit balcony, the hum of the city like a distant lullaby beneath them. They talked about old songs, childhood memories, and the aching beauty of wanting someone, but not knowing if they feel the same. She never said she wanted him. She didn't move closer. She didn't need to. She stayed. Long after the laughter faded, long after the hour had grown too late for excuses, long after the version of herself that usually left early chose not to. She sat there, calm, still, unguarded, and in that stillness, something shifted. Their hands touched for a brief second. She didn't move away. James didn't lean in. He didn't take that moment as a green light. Instead, he looked at her, not for permission, not for confirmation, just to see her. And in her eyes, he saw it. Desire. Trust. And the silent surrender of a woman who was no longer protecting herself. But he didn't act. Not that night. Because James understood something most men overlook. A woman's yes doesn't always come in words. And her not yet isn't always a no. Sometimes, silence is the answer. And real men know how to honor it. He walked her home. No expectations, no pressure, just presence. The next morning, she messaged him. "Thank you for not rushing the moment. No one's ever made me feel that safe before." That night, James didn't win a body. He earned something far rarer. He earned her soul. From the bottom of my heart, I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you, no matter where you are in the world, for taking the time to watch this video. Your presence and support are the driving force that keeps me creating and sharing. No words can truly capture the depth of my appreciation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing. And thank you for walking this journey with me. Science has long confirmed something many men overlook. Women have desires just as intense as men's, sometimes even deeper and more consuming. But unlike men, women tend to communicate those desires in more nuanced, mysterious ways. They don't always shout it out. Instead, they whisper through gestures, expressions, and actions, leaving behind a trail of hints for those wise enough to notice. Now, it's true, some modern women are bold. They've stepped into their confidence. They no longer shy away from expressing what they want. But even so, most women still lean towards subtlety when it comes to showing romantic or sexual interest. Their hints are there, but wrapped in layers of softness, charm, and mystery. That's why in this video, Sophia will help decode these quiet expressions, helping you understand what a woman is really saying when she looks at you a certain way, or stands just a little too close. Whether it's a moment of shyness or boldness, every woman has her unique way of revealing her inner desire. But the one thing they all have in common? It's not about how they express it. It's about who they express it to. When a woman genuinely likes a man, when she feels attracted, connected, curious, she begins to show it, even if only in small, telling ways. A woman who has no emotional or physical interest simply won't drop sexual hints. That's not how she operates. These subtle signs are reserved for the men who capture her attention, her imagination, her heart, or sometimes, simply her desire. So how do women communicate this hidden longing? Through more than just words. They use body language, tone of voice, eyes, and timing. But above all, physical contact is one of the clearest ways a woman expresses attraction. When a woman likes you, really wants you, she won't always say it. But she'll often reach out, intentionally or accidentally touching you. A brush of her hand, a touch on your back, a soft nudge during a shared laugh. It's her way of inviting you in without speaking a word. And here's a key difference. If a woman doesn't feel that spark, she'll instinctively maintain distance, she'll create space. Some even dress more modestly or behave more reserved, signaling that this is a boundary, not an invitation. But when desire awakens, her energy shifts. Suddenly, she becomes just a little more restless around you. There's a kind of nervous excitement. She may dress in a way that catches your eye, not overly revealing, but just enough to intrigue. Her movements become more fluid, her smile more playful, her proximity more deliberate. You'll feel it before you fully realize it. She wants to be closer. And then there's the kiss. A kiss is never just a kiss. If she lingers in it, if the kiss lasts more than 3 minutes and she shows no sign of pulling away, science tells us her emotional and physical desire is deepening. It's her body's way of saying, I want more. So, what other clues does she give? What other signals hide in plain sight, just waiting for the right man to notice them? As we explored earlier, when a woman desires a man, her actions speak louder than words, especially when she feels safe enough to lower her guard. In those intimate moments, when a woman has shown physical closeness, lingers in a kiss, or responds to your touch with subtle warmth, that's when she's silently hoping you'll take the next step. At that point, most of her inner defenses have been quietly set aside. Her body language no longer holds tension. It opens, inviting you in. Now let's move to another powerful signal. When a woman invites you to drink with her, and more importantly, when she's willing to go to your room afterward. Everyone knows that alcohol has a way of making people braver. What feels risky or unspoken in the light of day can suddenly feel easier to say or do after a few sips. For women, this moment isn't just about drinking. It's about testing emotional comfort, testing attraction, and crossing a threshold. Once she's under the gentle sway of alcohol, she may finally voice the thoughts she's kept to herself. She may even act in ways that surprise you, but they're not accidental. Alcohol can awaken a woman's courage, allowing her to explore desires and topics she might otherwise blush to mention, especially those related to intimacy and sexuality. So when a woman invites you for drinks, and she agrees to go back to your room afterward, it's rarely by mistake. Don't make the mistake of assuming she's naive or unaware of what that situation might lead to. She knows. Deep down, she understands that entering a man's private space, especially after drinking, is a bold move, one that carries emotional and physical risks. But, and this is important, she will only do this with a man she truly likes or feels drawn to. We're not talking about chance encounters or manipulative games. This is about genuine chemistry and a woman's willingness to open the door to deeper connection. By agreeing to be alone with you, she's already removed many of her mental barriers. She's not just allowing the possibility, she may be quietly hoping for it. There's another subtle but powerful signal. When a woman drinks and then proactively seeks you out, she might call, message, or come find you, seeking a connection, a presence, a warmth. This isn't a coincidence. It's instinct. It's her way of saying, I want you to be the one I feel close to tonight. And just like before, she's already disarmed herself emotionally, before you even make a move. And here comes the third unmistakable sign. She brings up sex. Sexual topics aren't something most women casually talk about, especially with someone they haven't yet been physically intimate with. These conversations are usually reserved for couples who've crossed that line, who are already sharing a bed, a life, or something in between. So when a woman starts talking openly about sex with you, perhaps playfully, perhaps seriously, it's never random. She's testing the waters. She's revealing that she's comfortable enough, interested enough, curious enough to discuss a topic that's usually off limits. For her, this isn't just flirtation, it's a deliberate, intimate opening. What happens when she opens that door even wider? When she not only talks about it, but starts expressing specific desires. Earlier, we uncovered how a woman's subtle actions, like inviting you to drink or opening up about intimacy, can speak volumes. Now let's go one step further. When a woman takes the initiative to talk about sex with a man, it's a bold and unmistakable signal. It shows that she's not only comfortable with the topic, but also emotionally open and possibly physically ready for a deeper connection. Here's where it gets interesting. According to experience, women tend to fall into two categories in this regard. The first type is cautious. She guards her space, and her emotional and physical boundaries are not easy to cross. She doesn't let men get close quickly. Everything must pass through her layers of trust and comfort first. The second type, however, is much more direct and curious. This kind of woman is naturally more open to exploring a man, not only emotionally, but also physically. She may intentionally stir desire, test reactions, or even playfully tease. She's confident, experienced, and often, her desires run strong. So when a conversation about sex begins, especially when it's her who brings it up, it often doesn't stop at just talking. With this type of woman, if the chemistry is right and the atmosphere feels safe, such conversations can easily lead to physical intimacy. Not out of impulse, but because the emotional groundwork has already been laid, and both sides are drawn to the same magnetic pull. Another clear sign of intent? When a woman invites you out at night. The nighttime carries a different kind of energy. Darkness wraps the world in privacy. Inhibitions fade. And the defenses that usually guard her heart during the day, they begin to lower. If a woman suggests going out with you in the evening, and more importantly, if she seems to have no urgency to return home, it's a sign worth paying attention to. Think about it. Many women hold on to clear boundaries, like, I have to be home by 10 p.m. But if she's with you well past midnight, or even hints she has nowhere else to be, it's more than just a fun hangout. It's trust. It's comfort. It's a silent way of saying, I'm not rushing this. I'm open to where the night takes us. Sophia reminds us that women, especially at night, can feel emotionally softer, more vulnerable, and often crave closeness on a deeper level. Evening hours aren't just a change in time, they're a change in atmosphere. And if a woman chooses to spend those intimate hours with you, it's a very telling sign. Still, let's not forget a vital truth. None of these signs are ever absolute. Human emotions are complex. Not every touch, glance, or late-night conversation guarantees intimacy. These hints, whether in her body language, her words, or her timing, are relative, not universal. Women today are bold, expressive, and more in control of their desires than ever before. Some may speak directly. Others prefer mystery, suggestion, and silence that says more than speech ever could. In this video, Sophia has only highlighted the 4 most common and basic signs, the ones you're most likely to encounter, the ones men often overlook. But of course, there are many more. A real man doesn't chase every signal. He listens, he feels, he understands. Because true strength isn't loud, it's silent. It's knowing when a woman whispers without words, and choosing to honor that whisper with presence, not pressure. In love, just like in life, clarity comes not from control, but from awareness. So stay still, stay strong. Read less with your eyes, more with your soul. And when she truly wants you, you'll know. Thank you for your time. If an idea in this video touched you, let it settle in your heart. Each time you return, you might hear something new. Perhaps it will reach even deeper. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. See you in the next video, where we'll take another step together on this journey of inner discovery.